Hi, I'm Chef Raphael and welcome to today's video. Now today's recipe is part of how to cook with cheese series that I'm doing, and today's recipe I'm making a stir-fried rice. Now usually stir-fried rice we make with chicken, with beef. Personally I like it with eggs, but today I'm showing you how to make it with paneer cheese. Now paneer cheese is a special type of cheese meant for cooking. It usually doesn't have any taste, but when you, depending on how you cook it, and on this recipe you learn how you do it together with a stir-fried rice like dish, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Watch till the end and you see how simple it is to make it. Let's get cooking. I get lots of questions on which is the best cheese to use. Well, personally over the years I've been using Cinnamon cheese, and one thing about it, it uses unpasteurized milk. And another fun fact about it, especially when I have catering gigs, it's vegetarian safe. They use vegetarian rennet to make the cheese, which means for sure a vegetarian can actually take it. Another thing about it, they do not add any additional artificial additives to make the cheese. And also it's available locally in all leading supermarkets like Carrefour, Quickmart and Naivas, and online on cinnamon.co.ke/shop. More info on the description below. And welcome to the show. Now today's recipe, again part of my series of cooking with cheese. Today's cheese I'm using the paneer cheese. Paneer, P-A-N-E-E-R. So this is the cheese. Now before I talk about the cheese, let me tell you about the other ingredients. We have the cooked rice, so any leftover rice, cold, preferably cold, is there. And then we have mixed colored vegetables, mixed colored peppers, onions and zucchini, salt and pepper, the soy sauce. The soy sauce I'm using is a mushroom dark soy sauce. Now what I usually find about soy sauce, dark soy sauce is too much. Light soy sauce is too light, so mushroom dark is my perfect one. But now about the cheese. Now paneer cheese is a cheese that first of all is tasteless. So paneer cheese takes up whatever flavor you give it. You can, if you cook it in a curry, if you cook it in a like in a rice dish like this one, only that now today's recipe I'm going to use soy sauce, so it will be a Chinese inspired, like a Chinese fried rice. The protein is now this cheese, so this gives you the protein, and its consistency, it's soft, semi-soft compared to the other types of cheese. Like halloumi is a good comparison to this, because halloumi cheese you can cook with it and usually grill it, but at least the halloumi cheese has some flavor. Paneer cheese is tasteless, and like I said, it takes up whatever flavor you give it. But the trick is, and you'll see this when you're cooking, is browning it. When you get it nice and brown, that's where you get the most flavor, as opposed to just cooking it and leaving it white on the food. So when we get cooking, you'll see what I mean. But right now let me cut into it. For cheese, like now this one, even on the ingredients it says it doesn't have salt, so that's why it's literally tasteless. When you open from the pack, it says on the pack, refrigerate. Always, whenever you're buying it needs to be in the fridge. If you haven't opened it, leave it in the fridge. But when you open it, it says use it within 3 days. Now in case the 3 days are up and then you have not used it, just make sure that it's in an airtight container, and preferably use it as soon as possible as you can. Don't leave it too long in the fridge without using it. So what I'm going to do first is to cut my cheese. It almost has the same consistency as halloumi, and it's firm, it's compact. So I'm going to cut it into dices similar to what I have for the vegetables. So this should be enough for the amount that I'm going to cook. So whenever I'm making a stir-fried rice, I usually add eggs. Sometimes you can do it with beef or chicken, but this now is our protein for today. So everything is ready, so let me get my cooker so that we start cooking. First thing you want to do when you start cooking a stir fry is have a hot pan. add some oil, and then let the oil become hot, because when the oil is hot, it's when the frying will be the fastest. A stir fry is all about speed and high heat. So the first thing you want to add is the onions and carrots. If you have carrots, you can add onions and carrots. But right now, because I don't have carrots, I'll actually add all the different colored vegetables. Again, on high heat, let the vegetables start cooking so that they start to brown slightly. For that, I'll add a touch of salt and pepper. You can always add a little bit more oil if you feel you need some. So if you also have garlic, you can also add garlic and ginger. Give the vegetables a head start in cooking before adding the cheese. So I'll add it right now, the cheese. So after adding the cheese, stir it. Now this is the browning that I was talking about. This is what will give it flavor. So you want all the pieces to be at least golden brown together with the vegetables. Make sure all pieces are touching the surface of the pan for that to happen. So this is what you want. And now with paneer, what happens? It does not melt easily, but it can also become extra soft, so you don't want that. So I'm still on high heat. So once most of the pieces are nice and golden brown, even the vegetables, you also want the vegetables to cook. I want them a little bit crunchy but not raw. So once that is done, I'll add the rice. It's a good idea before you add the rice, you break the lumps that may be there, and then mix the rice with the vegetables. So finally, when the rice has gotten some heat, I will add the soy sauce. So when adding soy sauce, add it at one point like that, and then stir it into the rest of the rice. I've reduced the heat so that the food is almost ready. Now, in case you need to add more, to make sure that all the rice grains are dark, add a little bit more. Again, if you're using mushroom dark soy sauce, at least for me, I feel it's the best. Light soy sauce is too light. I've turned off the heat. It's a quick meal. And the food is ready for serving. So now let's serve. The dish is best served immediately after cooking. I said earlier, you can add ginger, garlic if you like. You can add some chili. The whole point, especially when you're doing a stir-fried rice, is about speed. It's a fast meal. Then what happens, I'll actually taste the paneer together with the rice. Now, wow. When it's cooked, paneer has a nice softness, nice soft texture. It's not an overpowering taste. And like I said, because it's tasteless, it takes up whatever is going around it. Like that soy sauce flavor, but you also get the milk flavor from as you're swallowing. But what I like about it is the texture. And when you find one that has that nice crusty golden brown, it's even more flavor. And the dish is ready. All that is left for me is garnish it with some spring onions and serve. So this is a dish especially for the kids. Especially the best days you can cook this is on a Sunday when you're lazy, you have leftover rice, and you can do that intentionally. You can have rice on Saturday, and then maybe after church, or on a lazy day, you have leftover rice, and all you need to do is bring everything together, the vegetables, and in this case the paneer cheese, and you have yourself a perfect balanced meal. Hope you've learned something new. Let me know in the comment sections which other recipe you'd use paneer, if you've ever used it, and if you tried this one, let me know how it is. And until next time, I'm signing out. Goodbye.